The Philippine Coast Guard defense, solid blocking coming from the orange shirts. One more try.
Good net defense by the Generals.
Almodiel scoring through the blockers. Eusebio Pumalo sent up.
Set up job ni Marco. Combination play. And they're up 5-0. Lasal on the attack. Combination again.
UST ready for it. Then the drop.
And that's another successful hit coming from Camposan.
Coverage was good. But look at San Andres.
We will bring the elimination phase of the Spikers Turf to a close with this game. It's going to be a NCAA flavored, ladies and gentlemen. It's Mapua against ARELLANO, and should be a good one, Sheila.
That's correct. Well, two collegiate teams that will surely display tenacity and determination to end their run on the preliminaries.
And it's a pleasure to be with all of you, and Sheila Salaysay, sasalaysay mo lahat ng magagandang kwento dito sa laro na ito. Ito, sa Tuesday, magsisimula na po yung ating playoffs. At buong araw ng volleyball yung play ng araw na yan.
That's correct. Well, there will be, 4 games on Tuesday. The top 2 teams of each bracket. You can see there, quarterfinals. Signal going up against Ateneo. The Altas going up against the PGJC Navy Sea Lions. Philippine Air Force Jet Spikers and PLDT Home Fiber Power Hitters. And the last is Santa Elena and IEM will compete.
Okay, it's time to review the games of these two teams that we have on our Paco Arena floor. Interestingly enough, they met a fellow NCAA team in their bracket from San Beda University. Arellano first played against San Beda.
That's correct. Well, Coach Sherwin relied on his 8 players to take care of business and perform, closing out the game in straight sets, and remarkable numbers you can see from De La Paz with 19 and Olivas with 9 points.
And on the other side of the floor, we also had Mapua going up against San Beda. So it's a good testing ground for these teams to get to know their opponents as the collegiate season or the school season kicks in.
That's correct. Well, that game against San Beda, it was an extremely good match as it went 5 sets. You can see the numbers on your screens, all hands on deck for the Cardinals, and it was about working harmoniously together, and you can see those 2 guys leading the way for that win. He's on with 19 and Losa 18 points.
Now, quickly before we set this up, what do you think of this game? Who's going to have the edge in this particular battle?
It's going to be an interesting, I can say, long match for the 2 of us for the 3rd game.
5 sets kaya?
Yeah.
4 sets.
Tingnan natin.
Hindi natin alam. But we'll have the court here in Paco ready for all of you as Arellano goes up against Mapua in a very special place known as the Spikers Turf.
Presenting our officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Rene Gaspilio, National Referee. Second referee, Mr. Bonifacio Abug, National Referee. Let's now meet the starters from the Arellano University Chiefs. Let's start off with the team captain, jersey number 1, Christian Joshua Segovia. At number 5, Edmark Meneses. Number 7, Demi Freedom Lapus. Number 8, Jethro Jasper Cabillan. Number 15, Christian De La Paz. And number 17, Jezreel Liberato. With liberos at number 9, Carlo Isidro, and number 10, Joshua Esguerra. And sitting in as head coach, Mr. Brian Bitug. Let's now meet the starters from the MAPUA University Cardinals. Let's start off with the team captain, jersey number 15, Ray Emmanuel Hizon. At number 2, Mark Jason Egan. Number 11, Alfredo Pagulong. Number 12, Adrian Zenial Florendo. Number 13 is John Benedict San Andres. And number 18, Carl Tabios. With liberos, number 10, Jeremy Santos. And number 14, John Evan Silva. And head coach, Mr. Paul Jan Doloiras. This is match number 60, preliminaries from Pool D. Good luck to both teams.
Brain trusts are ready. We take a look at the starting lineup.
Yes, we have the regulars for the Arellano Chiefs. Liberato, Segovia, Lapus, De La Paz, Cabillan, Edmark Meneses, and Carlo Isidro as the libero.
Brian Bitog will be sitting in for Sharon Meneses today, and we take a look at the lineup of the MAPUA Cardinals.
Of course, you have Hizon, Alfredo Pagulong, Cartabios, Mark Jason Egan, San Andres, of course, Florendo, and their libero, Jeremy Santos.
Yung kanina, no, yung liberato, hindi naging libero eh. Dapat palitan ng posisyon yun para mas madali. Libero, liberato, mas madali. Arellano against Mapua. This is the testing ground, the preseason festivities so that you get to know your teammates, you get to know your opponents. Earlier, the San Sebastian Stags with a steering 4-set win against the Philippine Coast Guard. Many of them are still around, want to see the action. We're waiting for the referees to clear everything to give our server the authority to serve. And we begin with Arellano serving, with Meneses doing that for all of us. We are underway. Oh, their team captain with a miss, but they will get the point nonetheless.
You know, that's a blessing in disguise as the ball hit the shoulder of Hizon, off timing, pero adjustments were made. And that's a point already for Mapua.
Siya, isa sa pinakamatangkat na volleyball player na nakita ko. Should be at least 6'3", 6'4".
He's tall, kaya nandiyan sa gitna eh.
And siya ang kapitan ng koponan ng Mapua. Here comes Arellano. Oh, mintis na naman.
Almost a point.
Siguro ang hirap din tansyahin yung pagsaset pag matangkad. Ewan ko ha, I've never tried that, but it must be. And look at that. He's on with a block and he's on getting the point.
You know, leadership already is displayed by Hizon at the onset. And tama kayo dyan, Sev, kapag mas matangkad yung blocker, mag-a-adjust talaga yung setter, lalo na kapag gitna at mababa yung set.
Exactly. Samantala, nag-aantay mag-serve itong si Tabios. And Tabios' serve is into the net.
Well, nagmadali siya to serve. And an error already. First error for Mapua.
Arellano's Jenny Freedom Capus. Agang palitan ng regalo nito. Wala pang Pasko. Nagbibigay na ng regalo itong mga ito.
Generous masyado sa points.
Sobra. Samantala, we will have number 11 of Mapua. This is Alfredo Pagulong. Meneses with a kick set on the reverse. The dink. San Andres tracked it down. San Andres says, give it back to me. It's a little too long. And it'll go outside.
Well, San Andres is trying to the blockers to check the ball, his ball, but too strong.
And He overcooked it. Sent it long. Medyo inirapan niya yung setter. Uy, ayusin niya. Eto, bawi ako!
Ang bilis makabawi ni San Andres and walang blocker on the side of Arellano kaya naman parang free spiking yung atake niya.
4-2, Mapua already with the early lead. Meneses has to hustle for it. Oh, great stretch that time. And San Andres dinks it over and scores.
Well, he found a spot at the back of the blockers. And San Andres, he has been the consistent scorer for Mapua.
So far. And we've got Rehe Emmanuel Gizon, the very tall captain of this Mapua volleyball team, that crawls over the net. Meneses with the set. Arellano trying to attack, vary its attack actually, and that's whipped over. They will push it on two. Festive action, and that will find an open spot.
I like, the diligence of these two teams, especially on their floor defense. Kaya naman ang tagal at ang ganda ng rally natin.
That's such a great observation. Let's see what Mapua or Arellano wants to talk about right now.
Okay? Kasi yung block natin, yung block natin, malam yan eh. Let's go, balik tayo. Buwan naman natin yung sa kamay, kaso masyado malambot yung kamay natin eh. Kaya, right, wala ko. Balik lang ako, wala ulit.
Okay, Sheila, the concern in the Arellano huddle was their coverage and their blocking. Masyado daw malambot ang mga kamay nila.
That's correct. Well, more than, the strength of their hands, mas importante kung mababasa nila ng mas maayos yung bola. Maposisyonan lang nilang maganda, sigurado mabablock nila yung atake ng Mapua.
He's on still in the service area. Their team currently advancing to a 4-point lead. Here's the setup job. They go to San Andres. They fire starter, and he scores anew.
But it's the percentage scorer for Mapua, lalo na when he's in front. You can see kanina open mataas, and then ngayon it's a be quick set, but still patay pa rin yan para kay San Andres.
Namumuhunan ng Mapua right now. This attack does not work for Liberato. That's affected by the net, and very quickly we arrive at the first technical ceasefire. Mapua ahead 8-2.
Go, Rich. Ben, tubig, Ben. Ben. Benedict.
We have you back with us here in the Paco Arena, the home of the Spikers Turf. Getting to be a very, very active sports venue here. Earlier, may basketball practice yung Adamson senior basketball team dito. Bago na set up itong Spikers Turf. So this is getting to be a very popular sports arena.
Right. Well, some teams also from professional volleyball teams. We have Petron, women's, dito rin sila nagpa-practice minsan.
Ganun. So it's 9-2. What is Arellano not doing correctly, Sheila?
Well, floor and net defense is absent. Nakita naman, they also, although there's first ball, hindi sila makakonvert because ang ganda na naman ng depensa dito ng Mapua.
And now they're trying to get their offense on track, trying to overpower those spikes as we have Liberato all set to serve for all of us. The Chiefs are down currently by 6. And it sails out, look long, but no. The other lines person says that's in, so Liberato will serve again.
No, that's a lucky break for Arellano. And kung nandun ka sa posisyon ng receiver ng Mapua, it seems like it will go out. Kaya naman ang basa ni Pagulong is side out, but it touched the line.
Exactly. Samantala, ito, huli! Better blocking this time by Arellano.
And nagpakilala na si Christian De La Paz. This is the runner on the side of Arellano, not only scoring, on offense, but also sa depensa.
Somebody hid the keys for that door. It crawls over, and Arellano with a 3-point swing here.
No, great effort. De Florendo was just a second late to get to that ball. Huminto pa siya bago niya makuhanin.
Parang hindi aabot eh. Well, that's volleyball for you. It's 9-6 as Arellano continues to hold on to the serve. Liberato in action. Here's San Andres, their go-to scorer, and mishit, but he'll take it.
Well, ang lack of anticipation and the kind of attack dito ni San Andres kasi tumama na sa tape of the net.
You can read his lips and say, pangit.
Yeah. Hindi siya masaya kasi tumama nga sa net eh.
Kasi hindi sapul eh. Pangit. Actually, the young people have a better term. Nyeps.
Yep.
Pangit. Oh! Dig up by the dump! Oh, well done.
No, smart decision that time for Carl Tabios. Lalo na he's a frontliner.
And it all started with the excellent dig up by the libero, Jeremy Santos. And it's Mapua by 5 here in the first.
Regalo.
And delivered upon. He's still not happy because it's not clear contact, but he'll take the points.
Pero when you are ginaganahan sa paglalaro, and you wanted talaga magpakita, and that's San Andres is now showing us, lalo na this is their last game.
Yeah. Actually, kaya siya naiinis, full swing siya kasi hindi maganda yung contact niya sa bola. But they'll take the points. They're ahead by 7 currently. They'll take it. Okay na yan. Egan will be serving.
Nagsisimula pa lang tayo eh.
Yeah.
That's a violation. Positional fault.
Yeah, this is the first time that call has been made all day long in our 3 games. Somebody forgot where everybody is. Alam mo, dahil sa game, everybody's switching around, everybody's swinging, nakakalimutan. You know, you can ask. If you are not sure of your position, you can ask the referee, tama ba yung position namin?
Right.
And they'll tell you. Kaso, feeling nga na Arellano, they were in the proper position already. Meneses sets this, and this play is well done. San Andres gets to it. Mapua holding defensively, and that's too long.
Well, Santos is just really reading the attacks of Arellano very well. Nakita mo solid yung tama sa bola. Puto. Puto niya ng maganda, sakto sa setter.
And I think you will have grandchildren, and that term will still be alive.
Yes.
There's a nice history to that name. I'll tell you the story in just a short while. In the meantime, San Andres taps it back. And look at that. Mapua! The Cardinals are keeping the ball alive on their side of the floor. Here's a dump on 2. We've got fiery action.
Almost. But, you know, I like how Arellano is moving this time. Mas fluid.
Much better, no?
Right? Mas fluid. Mas maayos na yung basa nila.
Rumor has it yung puto galing sa military teams. When they will play the collegiate teams, yan lang, kayang-kaya, lambot, parang puto. So the word that gone down through time, through tradition, pagka nakaka-block ka ng gano'n, nakakadig ka, puto yun. Hindi sa net, ha? Hindi block. Basta yung dig, na kuli mo yung spike, puto yun. Oh! Liberato unable to lift it high.
Presence of mind here is apparent for Mapua.
And clearly so. They are ahead at the second technical timeout.
Depende yung sitwasyon. Pag babaloy na malakas, bablakin. Pero kung halanganin yung posisyon ng attacker, depende yung sitwasyon, ha?
Ito na patang namin ni Carl. Ready kayo.
The Spikers turf is back wherever you are. It's 16-7. Seb Sarmenta here with Sheila Salaysay taking care of your third and final game. It's Mapua to right of your picture. Left of your picture, you've got the Arellano Chiefs closing out their schedule here in the Spikers turf elimination phase. Oh, that's a big shot by Pagulong, but I think it's long.
You know, that was a tough angle for Pagulong. Pinilit niyang paluin dun sa direction na yon, but that was just too wide.
And that brings us to 16-8. San Andres lifts it high. This strike. Lakas pumalo ng Mapua, Pagulong. And they keep it alive! That's inside!
You know, it's Lucky seems to be on the side of Mapua consistently.
Watch this. Na itaas na. Ito, lalaglag. Thank you. And look at Liberato. It's so disappointed.
Of course, kasi ang lapit na niya sa bola eh, pero namali yung basa niya.
Hindi naman niya maitataas. Wala na siya sa pwesto.
Right.
Ooh, kinanyon. Look at this. Galita Arellano striking hard from the back row. And we start with Meneses again. That's into the net. 18-9. As we will now go with number 18, that is Carl Tabios. Daming ninja rito sa Mapua, no? And that's in the air. Meneses. Ang lakas ng palo ni Liberato. Nagigigil ang Arellano.
That's correct. Well, kanina pa kasi nagko-commit sila ng errors. Gustong bumawi, pero pag may kasamang gigil, that will be very difficult.
That's not the best place to be in. Let's try to sneak into their huddle.
Hindi tayo makareceive. Taas lang yung bola sa dulo-dulo. Gawa ng paraan. Bawi sa block. Ano ba lagi naman natin iniinsayo? Yung block naman eh. Diba? Kuhanin na sa block. Pag na tayo receive, over natin, prestuan ng palo, kuha sa block. Ganun lang. Hindi yung tapaluin lang natin ng basta-basta, error tayo. Ha? Halos error nyo lang yung pinuntos nila eh. Bawas tayo error. Okay?
You know, good point here for Coach Brian Vitog. Lahat ng points ng Mapua, ng Arellano, gawa lang ng Mapua, they're errors. So they have to work harder, parang more effort pa. Exert more effort at depensa ulit, basahin, pumuesto, net defense and floor defense.
And they start there by calming down, cool down. Maybe you won't be able to track down, come back in this set, but build up for the next set. In the meantime, they score nicely here as Santos is unable to lift it high on that effort.
No, they were able to see that hole in the middle of the defense of Mapua. Kanina pa sila pumapalo ng malakas, and you know, it's time for you know, diversity when it comes to attacks.
Good point. The serve of Cap was in play, and that is blocked.
Early it was a point from attack. This time Segovia naman, block point for Arellano.
Here comes the serve. Santos, nicely done. He's on Gallon at the right height.
You know, they make it look like so easy kasi si Tabios, inaabot lang niya, binibigay lang niya kay Hizon. You see Hizon approaching, very easy, inaangat lang yung kamay and then straight down.
The service in play. Liberato fires. Tabios tracked down by Pagulong, and they dig it out.
A miscommunication there between Santos and San Andres. Nakita na kasi ni San Andres, nandun si Santos.
Actually, pareho silang hindi nila bola yun. Second ball, di ba? The basic rule. Second
The
ball,
setter. Yes.
But the setter was too far away, to be fair about it. Here comes the serve. It's in play. San Andres has a wicked right hand. This is just as wicked, but it's too strong.
You know, he was able to see, you know, that gap sa kamay ng blockers. Parang wala talagang nagbablock sa harap niya.
You know, when I look at San Andres, he doesn't look like he's such a killer. Yung body niya, ang liit, ano? Parang hindi niya kaya i-swing ng full swing, but he's a killer. You can tell in the volleyball court. In the meanwhile, here comes an easy pass. Here's a set of job. Tabios with the reverse. San Andres can fly.
You know, Arellano has to recognize na lalo na kapag nasa harap si San Andres, that is the #1 attacker for Mapua.
You're right. Arellano making a big mistake thinking San Andres won't strike. And they put up the block, but San Andres just defying that block. We are at a 10-point lead for the Cardinals. Push by Liberato. The set. The execution too long.
Well, that was too strong for Egan. And nakita naman niya, pagpalo pa lang niya, alam niya lalabas na.
Tinalikuran eh. Bang. I don't think so. And we go back to the serve of Jesrael Liberato. Pagulong. Off speed by San Andres. Tumama sa net si Cabillan.
Ang ganda na nung basa niya eh. Meron na niya, nakita na niya na off speed ang gagawin dito ni San Andres. But then, that net touch, just prohibits them to get a point.
This serve is in play and it's too hot to handle. Mark Egan will serve anew.
Well, Mark Egan, he made 16 points, in their previous game against San Beda.
Prolific, eh? Alam mo, marami yung 7 points in a volleyball game, Oh, double touch. Liberato says, I can't get a break here today. And the first set goes the way of the Mapua Cardinals.
Mapua Cardinals started really aggressive at the onset, and you have everybody delivering San Andres, and of course, great setting by Tabios.
And that'll do it in quickly 18 minutes. We'll have the second set ready wherever you are. Mapua taking the first set via that count.
But Mapua coming out strong. You can see 12 attacks to 4. That's 3 times of what Arellano made when it comes to their offense. 2 blocks naman for Arellano against 1. Aces, 2 apiece. But Arellano committing a lot of errors, 10 against 5. So you can see it was Mapua taking control of the first set.
And their offense was very, very varied. They got points from different sources. They got it from Hison. They got it, of course, from San Andres. Pagulong contributed.
Even the digs of the libero.
That's true. Egan also was part of that party as we get underway with the serve of their setter Tabios. Meneses. And again, a little too much by De La Paz.
Well, we haven't seen much from Christian De La Paz. Well, comparing to his game previously, well, he got 19 points. Siya naman talaga yung nagdadala sa team nila in that game.
You gotta get the sense na para siya nanggigigil, try to get his game going here. Well, it'll just come. Meneses. And that will be, Lapus missed it.
Right, no, that's a solid attack from Lapus.
There's a need for a summit conference quickly on their side of the floor and how the play should be executed. And they need to calm down here. They're overexerting themselves, I think. And Tabias with his third serve. Santos just doing a good job as libero, but that one was out of reach.
So, napakasipag Santos as the libero. Kanina pa siya nakakabasa ng maayos. Binubuhay niya yung depensa dito ng Mapua.
And that's all you want from your libero, to be the cornerstone of your defense, as that shot is on the line and Arellano ties up the second set.
Yung Arellano must be more aggressive umpisa pa lang since Mapua already took the first set. But Arellano started slow and comparing to their previous game, medyo talagang diesel ang kanilang performance.
Yes, Edmark Meneses. And that serve is too much. And Mapua that should be Mapua's score. 3-2.
The great rally here that we are seeing, Tabios giving it to San Andres, and he was blocked. This time going to the back, an off-speed attack.
And there's the push. Tama ka about Santos. He's just a live wire on that Mapua side. Ito, sampalan ito. Naku, sayang naman. Namatay yung telenovela. Patay na yung bida.
Segovia nagmadali to set the ball.
Tinapos yung telenovela. Ganda ng sampalan eh. Mapua by 2. De La Paz. And Liberato is denied entry.
And of course, he's on already, making his presence felt for the second set.
And already Mapua jumping out in front 5-2. Baliktad yung score. Nalilito yung ating pumipindot. Ayusin natin. Ayun na. Inabol. 5-2. Sabi ng Mapua, lamang po kami. Lamang po kami. Sabi na Arellano, baka, I don't think so. Reverse set. Return Segovia. Meneses resets. Mapua's blocking impeccable right now.
That's right. No, good positioning lalo na sa net defense.
Capus, Liberato, Segovia all denied. We shall now move into this timeout of the Chiefs.
Kaya-kaya na ni CJ doon. Running 3, tapos open. Kapag walang receive, taas-taas, bawi sa counter, balikan. Walang error. Palo nyo, tama. Tapos coverage. Hindi lang napapaluin nyo. Lulusot. So coverage tayo. Dahan-dahan lang tayo sa Go, go, go! Galaw tayo! Galaw!
Again, don't forget that on Tuesday, the 8th of October, we will begin the quarterfinal round, as we have 4 games in the schedule starting at 10 in the morning. That's some teams will have twice to beat advantage.
Right.
Better set. Oh. Yep, that's in. Check ball. Naguluhan ako doon sa signal sandali ng ating referee. He pointed it in, then it was a check ball.
But the ball goes to Arellano.
It will be Arellano's point, 6-3. Denny Capos and his serve in play. Tabias with the set. And that's a double violation.
You cannot be careless. Lalo na that easy ball is a set mo lang sa open.
Capos' second tour of duty on the serve. Santos looks it high. Hison fires. And Hison makes another connection.
You know, it's like a rocket, yung atake ni Hison. Hindi siya ganun kargado, but he knows where to put. Ang ganda ng placing.
Maximum use of his height. And as long as he gets the right set, he'll be okay. That's why he was talking to Tabios, anong height ang gusto niya. This one crawls over the net. It is still alive. No whistle on the play. We are with Tabios. The fake, the combination. Egan getting to it. Daka pass on Corks. And it nearly touches the roof. Would have ended the point, but here we go. San Andres, just a cannon.
Hindi mo alam, hindi lang bahay ang binubuhat nitong mga spikers nito from MAPUA and ARELLANO. Sobrang lakas.
And they are in command of the second set as well.
Nice.
Kaya tuloy lang tayo, Harry. Service.
Basta yung usapan natin, makakapit na kahapon. Doon na. Depende doon. Or tuloy lang, tuloy lang. Tuloy lang yung may tubig ba? Nahanap si Papa ko. Nakakalimutan ko kayo sa ako. Ano kami wala yun? Ba't di ko makalong ko? Kaya may survey ko ba?
Pinananawagan po.
Nakakapay ba sila? O di ba basa ko? Hindi ko.
Alam mo, kung minsan nakakalimutan mo, nasa TV ka eh. Nag-i-enjoy lang sila. Ito schedule natin sa Tuesday.
That's correct for our quarterfinals. Signal HD going up against Ateneo Blue Eagles, while Philippine Air Force Jet Spikers will battle against PLDT Home Fiber Power Hitters, Altas against PGJC Navy, and the last game would be Santa Elena, of course, with in the last game for the quarterfinals. But Liberato ended that with a kill from the opposite.
Yeah, kanina pa niya inaasam-asam makakit ng malinis eh. Glad you're with us. Sam Sarmiento, Sheila Salaysay here for our Spikers Turf coverage here today on One Sports and all our other platforms. He can fly. There's no question about it. He can fly.
Well, he's all fired up for this game. First set pa lang kita mo na talagang he's here because he has a business.
You know, he has also long arms. Huh? That helps the swing, actually. Oh, he also has long arms. And he went full throttle there, flying very, very high to be able to make that connection. They're now within 3.
If I'm not mistaken, that is the first attack of Christian
Correct.
De La Paz.
Na malinis na na-score the pan. Finally killing the ball there. Liberato with 3 attacks. The whip. Back row.
And Lapos delivering from the back. And ang ganda ng contact actually ni Lapos sa ball. And a great set you can see from this replay. Meneses seeing him. And nakita yung buta sa blockers ng MAPUA.
And the excellent swing at that. 9-7, Arellano trying to storm back here. San Andres gets out of trouble there. Fires. And it's off 2 blockers. Malakas yung palo niya, kaya ang hirap hawakan.
And, you know, San Andres is a smart player, I have to say. Dikit man yung bola sa net, mababa, mataas, alam niya paano mag-adjust agad-agad.
Alam niyang basahin yung takbo ng laro sa kabila. Here's the set by Meneses. De La Paz beginning to get hot here.
No, it's the time for De La Paz to wake up his teammates. Although back to 0 tayo, it's the second set. Expected to do more from De La Paz.
And that's long. MAPUA now has a 3-point lead. (11-8) po ang ating bilang. We've got Florendo all set to serve. Ended up with the shot being a bit short. And it is Arellano coming within 2.
Medyo mababa yung hagis ni Florendo sa service na yon.
This service in play. Tabios. Nahuli. Nalunod sa ere si Hison.
Was he too early to approach to that set? Kaya when he's about to hit the ball, nasa ilalim na niya.
Alam niya pagtaas niya walang bola inside
Right.
Nawala bigla yung bola Heason wanted it again. There's a rejection, it's out.
But you see Segovia, ang sipag sa depensa. That his number one role inside the court for Arellano.
And now the second set has been transformed into a defensive battle here. Lapos. Hinabol. Buhay pa yan, kuhabutan. No, not anymore.
Well, cross-court attack is the strongest hit lalo na. And Gapos, he's a tall open spiker.
And Meneses waiting for permission to serve. The set and serve. Tabias. Tusok Tusok yun
It's long and finding that corner pocket on the court of Arellano.
Kala ko long pero ito malulusot Again, ang ganda sa Mapua, ang daming weapons
Right.
Ang daming napupuntahan si Tabias Liberato tosses it and again, Arellano ending up tripping on their own dance steps.
No, Lapos is already off timing. Wala na sa posisyon din. Pero pinilit niya at hatawin yung bola.
Yes. Lalapas, Meneses, perfect set for Liberato. Santos has been so steady. Here's the reverse set. Santos tries to chase it down. Heason trying to help. Free ball. Reverse. Got it. Tinamaan yung blocker.
Finally, Segovia this time scoring from that running attack. Kita mo talaga, I am really surprised with how the libero Santos of Mapua is performing for this game.
Ang dami na niyang bolang na save ito si Heason, tinulak. Mapua trying to get a piece of officiating but can't get anything here. They thought it was a bit of a lift on the set, but they didn't get the call. Mapua now by 3.
May nauna lang sa ibabaw si Heason.
Yes, and it happened very quickly. Heason serve in play. Meneses, Della, pass, full extension.
Florento was delayed, to block the net together with Egan, and De La Paz saw that opening.
Ano ito? Daming lahing ibon dito. Lumilipad. And they're not all Cardinals. In the meantime, here's the attack.
That's a really powerful attack from Egan.
And it's 16-13. Balita ko si Jat Sulit, hindi nang mablock ng bola dito. So, we'll find out how the balls fly later on.
She works the nights by the water. She's gonna...
Sabi sa'yo, cross-court ang kuhanin. Ito yung spiker. Nandito, harap dito. Bago, maglilis.
For her baby.
Ikaw, katawang mo dito. Ha? Kung sino katabi niya, wicker, tsaka utility, double cross tayo. Paplakin natin, cross-court lang. Hayaan niyo po kasi din sa down the line, ha? Sige, sige.
Mahirap naman ipaalala sa lahat ng player na umaandar ang coverage habang may timeout at nag-enjoy sila sa kanilang paglalaro. This is youth at its best. We are so glad that you could join us. It's Arellano, right of your picture against Mapua. 7, Sheila here, that's short. Ooh. Naku, huwag mo hatakin yung net. Ang hirap ikabit niyan.
Nahirapan si Liberato to adjust dun sa set na yon.
Yep, and I think it's the rhythm that has not worked for Arellano so far. They're down by 4 as of the moment.
See?
Misread. A clear misread.
That is actually their number one issue right now for Arellano. It's their defense.
Receive na muna. Ayaw na tayo mag-receive eh. Huwag tayong papaluin pag wala tayo mag-receive. Receive muna, execute. Pag walang receive, palo lang na maganda, bawi sa block. Tapos yung block natin, organize natin. Minsan late eh. Okay? Nakaintindihan? Yung palo naman nila, hindi naman ganun kataas ang contact eh. So timing sa block. Tingnan din yung kamay, pa-check lang din eh. So tibayin natin yung kamay natin para hindi tumalsik. Ha? Ayos. Pa-receive tayo. Patay momentum ha. Let's go!
And things not going very well for Arellano in the course of the battle. Mapua took the first set, in case you're just joining us. 25-13 in 18 minutes of first set action.
You know, kapag nagkakaproblema na sa loob, it's always back to basics, right? First ball set at palo. Don't make things complicated. At kapag may kasamang gigil, that's not a good thing.
That's right. You gotta trust your system, play in system. 18-14 tally here. Liberato fires away. And that's long, and still things not working for them.
The bad thing about that is hirap na hirap silang kunin yung rhythm nila. And they cannot build their momentum because of their errors.
Here's San Andres and his serve. Here comes De La Paz. That's denied. And De La Paz was read cleanly by the two blockers.
You know, that's a remarkable defense talaga dito ang pinapakita ng Mapua.
One look is all it took.
And no coverage for Arellano.
Suddenly, Mapua inching closer to the finish line. De La Paz says, oh, look at that defensive stop. Lorendo, and there's another gem. San Andres says, get out of there. Ball was nearly alive. Good job by Isidro, but nobody in the middle.
That's correct. Well, looking at Arellano, hindi sila sumusunod kung nasan yung bola. They're just looking at the ball. No attempt talaga on reading it.
My mistake, it was Pagulong actually who had picked it up nicely. Now look at what San Andres has done.
Great numbers here for San Andres.
De La Paz.
He has been targeting that spot kanina pa, and this time he again successfully got a point.
Nauunahan niya yung blockers at saka yung libero sa pwesto niyan, and the feed and the set of Meneses has worked nicely. Messy serve, but kept alive just by simple alertness here. And di tumawid yung tira ni Cabillan.
No, he hit that too low towards the tip of the net.
Kasi gusto niya first line eh. Tutusok niya sana eh. And we have Dama, a new player coming in for the first time for the Mapua Cardinals. Dama's serve in play. Isidro is there. They're going almost exclusively to De La Paz now.
Even though De La Paz is from the back, yung atake pa rin niya is as strong as he hits in the front.
Yes. We have Encila and Tuason coming in for the first time. Meneses is given a breather at the setter position. Arellano already called for a rotation violation earlier. Positional mistake. They're trying to make that clear now on their positions as we go with this attack. He's on one-handed pickup that time by De La Paz. Liberato fires. This is rejected. One elbow on the play. Liberato stretches. De La Paz tosses. They'll call it. They'll call it.
Again, he was already out of position. Nakita niya, he was moving while he set the ball. So definitely, kakaroon ng violation niya kasi hindi steady yung paa niya.
Meneses is back in for the Arellano setting duties. It is 23-16. Setup job. Nice thing, but read cleanly. Nothing to that time for Segovia. Buhay pa yan! Energy lang ginagamit ng Mapua talaga. Tapos fires. There's Santos yelling at his teammates. May tawag. Double.
You know, that's already too close to the net, pero bago pa niya mabitawan, already a violation by Tabios.
Our referee is very particular about the tossing. It has to be clean. In the meanwhile, we have Pagulong being foiled. And Mapua trudgingly close to the finish line. Still can't get it to go. It is 23-18. Timeout taken.
Isang receive. Tatlo na matakar mo ha. Huwag ka magmadali na. Kaya mo. Matas pa yung moral ng kota. Pinita mo sila. Bro, tapos tayo. Say, Viva! Thank you.
Second set action, 23-18 is the count here. You go ahead, please, sorry.
Yeah, that timeout is just, a momentum breaker for Arellano.
Correct.
They have been getting consecutive points here.
And here comes Edmar Meneses and his serve. Hizon tries to end it and they get the set point.
Looking at Hizon and then the connection between him and Tabios, talagang alam ni Tabios yung set, yung height na gusto ni Hizon.
De La Paz says, bigay mo sa akin, although he's back row, and that'll count.
And that attack just went through the blockers. That's Hizon and San Andres. Tried to defend the net against Arellano.
5-point lead by the Cardinals, trying to take a 2-0 lead in the set count. Tabios, Hizon the fake. Oh, San Andres knocking it in and ending that second set.
That's an aggressive attack from San Andres, and the Cardinals able to sustain, their momentum on their side, and still you have everybody, delivering to get the second set.
It's not height, it's not muscles, it's just playing in tempo for San Andres. They take the second and a 2-0 lead in the set count, 2-0 after winning 25-19 in the second. And we have the numbers from the second set. And it was won by Mapua 25-19.
You know, although Arellano was able to get consecutive points early on, but it was short-lived because Mapua, you know, they had a they were not relaxed. They kept on playing. They had this relentless pursuit of the ball every time, and the stellar floor defense of Santos, the libero.
And we are just about ready to go into the third set. If you're Mapua, you want to end it now? Itong Arellano could be, may mga teams na lumalakas pagka down 2 sets to 0. Kaya makikita mo kuminsan yung score, ano? First 2 sets, pati hindi nila tinapos. Napapagod din siyempre yung nanalo dun sa first 2 sets.
Oo naman.
Ito. And that is out. What is Arellano asking for?
Well, they were contesting of the lifting violation by Tabios in that last play.
Kanina pa nila actually pinag-iinitan yung Segovia is all fired up. But the referee paying them no heed. He says, play on, gentlemen.
That's right. Well, you cannot rely on the calls, diba? Kung ang final decision is bola ng kabila, then you have to play.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, Chris. That's a on-ball save.
Alam mo, you try, you've done this probably. I do this all the time. I walk in the middle of a volleyball court, nagwa-warm up. Hindi ka tatamaan ng bola. You know how to, alam mong i-deflect eh. You know when it's coming. Kaya nun, galing mo umilag eh. Eto, ang Mapua messing up their serve. Arellano gets on the board. It is 2-1 here in the third. If you just joined us, Mapua took the first 2 sets. The first set in 18 minutes, 25-13. In the second, 25-19. Oh, he's getting full height, full extension. Bang, De La Paz. Closed.
Now that's already too low for San Andres. Plus, Segovia is already at the right part of the net at kitang-kita niya yung attacking ni San Andres.
At saka mukhang mission ng Arellano dito sa third set. Stop San Andres. Pumuporsyento rin. And this is outside.
Now you see how Egan able to just swing his hand towards the ball. Talagang nilihis niya yung bola. Tendency is the ball will go out once it touched the blocker's hands.
Maganda yung pagkakawalis dun sa block na yun. And ang linis ng walis eh. Meneses, the set, the De La Paz. It's outside. Suddenly nothing working again for the Chiefs.
Well, Arellano really not being able to convert and execute.
Ito namang Mapua, cool lang eh. Ito, because their game is in sync. Meneses adjusting and Segovia unable to get to the finish.
No, that is the difficult part when you are getting a lot of errors. Yung gusto mo bumawi pero may kasamang gigil. Kanina pa natin yan sinasabi.
Exactly. Nothing working and one mistake compounded by another mistake.
Right. Well, you can be aggressive at the same time, be in control.
That's well done. Finally, Liberato getting something clean and clear. That'll make the game here in the third 3-5 as the serve is obtained by Arellano University.
That's a good first ball.
San Andres adjusts. Hindi niya tinama. He decided against. He saw the block eh. Check ball. Nakita ni San Andres yung blocker eh.
Right.
Para sa niya, nako nanay ko.
Muntik na malaglag sa upuan ko.
Nanay ko, mabablangka ako rito. So he changed his mind, but they ended up paying for it. 4 against 5 here. Segovia. Good call. Good call here. It's a lift.
Right. And wala nang appeal si Tabios and that call of our referee.
Si Tabios matangkad na setter. Not the usual height for the setter. He has to track it down. He's taps it over cleanly. Meneses reverses. It is blocked and it is in. It is still in.
That has happened a few times already sa
Exactly.
harap ni De La Paz.
Parang nami-misjudge niya. Di ba? Well, can't blame him.
Well, there's a lot of things probably going on his mind
and
now.
then-
He wants to get points.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. De La Paz tosses it high. They go back to him. He digs it over. It's rejected. Kapilawan getting to it. Ooh, too much.
But there was a net touch.
Yeah, net touch ang tawag.
Yes.
And we're tied at 6. Watch.
Yeah.
Pagbaba.
San Andres touched the net.
We're tied at 6. San Andres gets to it. And Lapus can't handle it.
It has been, Mapua getting really fortunate for this match on top of, talagang pinaghihirapan nila every point.
And they're used their defense. They're trying to mix up their punches to get those points. In the meantime, that will count.
If Almenez, I will continue giving, that set to Liberato. He has been delivering 3 points already.
We're tied at 7. We were tied earlier at 6. De La Paz. Abios wants to go to John San Andres. Meneses reverses. The defense of Mapua has been solid on the floor. Meneses drops a message. Santos ready to receive it. San Andres gets it to bite on the cross court.
So you can see the court sense of everyone on the side of Mapua. Kapag nakuha na nila yung bola, pumupwesto na sila agad.
And we will take a break because we have arrived at the first technical timeout of the third.
Minigit sila, ha? Server natin kayo, kaya nga kaya ikaw nga yun. Baby! Papagalin natin ang receive. Kailangan magamit na hirapan sila sa wicket natin. Kaya kailangan ma-receive natin ng maganda.
Tara! Dikit ha, let's sir.
Kaliwete yung masyado pa tayong una rito sa kanan. Okay lang na lumamang kayo dun sa sobrang ko. So okay lang na ibukas nyo itong down the line. Ha? Hindi pa kayo nakakablock dun sa kaliwete na yun. Sige lang, sige lang.
Go, go, go! Say, iba! Go!
A lot of instruction during that huddle. Coach Paul Jan Dolores, instructing his guys to focus more on defense, lalo na pagdating sa net dahil dikit dito ang Arellano.
At gusto na rin nilang umuwi. Mabuti pang matapos in 3. And their stint in the Spikers turf with a win. It's more pleasant, but that is so clean.
No, that started because of a good pass. And Meneses was able to set up. Kaya naman ang ganda ng atake. If you will see or look at one hand set, no blockers for Mapua in that last play.
Quickly done. Counter. Oh, Liberato did not have his legs under him in that dig.
Although he was already in the position, medyo nagulat lang siya. And he was not able to react right away.
Walang legs, tas kamay tumama. Hindi sa arms eh. What you want is, you want to hit it on your arms.
Right.
Masakit yan sa una, pero nawawala naman. Oh, a variety of errors now hitting the Chiefs. Isidro unable to handle it.
For Mapua, everyone talagang hinahatak nila pataas eh. They are
True.
enjoying presence of
True.
mind, focus at the same time.
It's a set from Isidro. San Andres slaps the floor. Liberato controlling it. Battle at the net. Esguerra de Libero now on the floor. San Andres backtracking. Pagulong flying. Oh, look at this. This is the longest rally. Nanggigil na lang si Pagulong.
That's correct. Well, excellent net defense for Arellano but good coverage naman for Mapua. Yung huling palo lang ni Pagulong medyo nanggigil and he was just lacking the wrist action there.
Sabi ni Pagulong, you get the feeling, tagal eh. Pusin natin to. but they have a slight lead right now. Yep. Stayed too long on his hand. It stayed too long on his hand. That's a good call.
Right. You know, there are some setters when they enjoy too much. Ang ganda na ng rhythm nila. Medyo may arte na ng konti. Kaya nagkakaroon ng nagko-commit ng
May
violation.
playfulness na ng konti. You know? But, you know, it helps to complain nicely. You know, Arellano was pining about that call. They got a break here. It's all right to complain, but as long as you do it properly. Fabio says, I'll set it this way. Pagulong. Another long rally. And the madness ends.
No, the Mapua, everyone, all of the areas on their court were covered every time na nagkakaroon sila ng rally. But in this last play, combination play, hindi nila in-expect yung lalo na ng blockers.
We have a new face on the floor for Mapua. We have Navas seeing action for the first time, giving Pagulong a chance to catch his breath, actually. There he is. Set. Navas back line. And he got it off the bench.
That's a mishit, right? Hindi solid yung contact ng bola.
Alam niya. Malamig pa siya pumasok eh. We're tied at 11. We are in the third. Hinabol, and that's alive, alive, alive!
Good save there by Santos.
And Santos now dead after so many tries, and he's having a sorry. And look at the spirit of the libero.
You know, their defense pattern early on for Mapua was a bit disorganized. Kaya naman nahuli si Santos pumwesto.
The lead now in the hands of the Chiefs, 12 against 11. And Hison is back in business.
No, I really like how Tabios able to get the right set for Hison every time. You can see, sinasabi niya sang direksyon na hanap sa harap si Hison for that ball, for the direction for that attack.
Agree. They've been knocking that play down cleanly. In the meantime, we have Segovia, his version on the other end. Arellano back in front.
No, one thing for Arellano is that the combination plays are working for them. So I hope Meneses will be able to capitalize yung kanyang attackers every time they get a good pass.
Somehow scoring-wise, a better set for Arellano. They lost the first at 25-13. But if you're Mapua, you go to San Andres.
That's right. You see how far the ball is. Na-set lang sa attack line. Medyo bitin pa sa gitna ng tres. Pero San Andres just hitting that down the line, hindi rin ganun kalakas.
Alam mo si San Andres hindi naman, you're right about, it's not all power, he's just efficient. In the meanwhile, here's the set by Meneses. Hindi na itaas ni Hison, a little too much on the heat.
And again, it's Liberato. Kanina pa siya nagde-deliver dito for Arellano.
He's trying to muscle Arellano back into the game, really. But they're in front, 14-13, here in the third. Navas, San Andres, just simply porsyento.
Right.
If you're the setter, wag na natin patagalin nito.
Correct. He is unstoppable since the first set.
And he's just continuing to deliver here. The set.
There's a net touch here for Mapua.
Paluin ko sana eh. Taas eh. Ganda no set eh.
Mamaya after the game.
Yun ang nakakamiss sa game na to, no? Yung pagliligi. When your friends all could play basketball, but very few of you could play volleyball.
Right.
We're tied at 15. This is a slow boat to China, so to speak, because they're really clawing at each other here. Hindi na makadominate ang Mapua. Medyo may rhythm na ng konti ang Arellano. Net touch. That's the most depressing call in volleyball. Nobody will admit it. But we're at the second technical timeout, 16-15. The Chiefs trying to extend this to another set.
tayo sa block. Mahirap tayong pang-block. Nakaka-receive sila. Tapos lugaw yung service natin. Sa atake naman, huwag kayong magdalawang isip. Tignan nyo kung saan yung maliit. Jet, kaya-kaya mo na yung kahit A lang eh, di ba? Wala kailangan pa kay Ramon pa dito. Okay.
Mamaya. Service ah. Isa na muna. Hey, Leo!
And that'll make it 17-16. Mapua trying to storm back here. Ison darts back in. The serve. And a little bit problematic, but they get it over. Navas again through the blockers, but one hand on it by the aggressive Segovia. Tabios.
A solo block there for Arellano.
Navas just wants to overpower them.
That last play is a battle between defense and offense.
Correct.
Diba, Arellano really very diligent sa pag-block, sa pag-cover ng depensa.
Because if they lose out this set, this game is over. They're hoping they can play a little more here. They've relaxed a little. They've gotten their game together, actually. Yes, they have.
No, that's already a poor reception at first. But able to convert to a point here.
And that'll make it 18-17. We have Meneses preparing to serve now. Hits the net. They go to Heason. They missed it. He missed it, I think. Let's see. The referee will ask the lines people and the second referee as well. Not sure. He's not conclusive. Segovia aggressive, eh?
Yes. Lalo na pag siya yung nasa harap.
Whistle. It will go to Arellano.
No, Heason was a bit delayed kanina nung in-approach na yung set.
And look at this. The Chiefs lead by 2. Meneses and he served long.
You know, that's a point wasted already. And again, momentum breaker for Arellano.
Target niya yung somebody in the second row, actually. Meneses. Oh, look at that dig by Santos. Navas rejected.
Well, Santos was not at the right part of the court to
He was
cover.
he was still celebrating that previous dig. And that's why he was so apologetic to his coach. Nag-celebrate siya na masyado maaga. Di pa tapos yung point.
Right.
Lapus and his serve. Egan denied.
Segovia flexing his muscles. Bakit naman hindi? That's 2 block points for Segovia.
Mapua huddles up.
Sige lang, receivean lang natin na maganda ulit. Isa lang. Okay, 3 lang naman yan. Carly, at paabot mo kung magbibigay ito, paabot mo kung may bitin yung set. Ha? Dalawa-dalawa yung nakapayong eh. O kaya pwede mo pagpa-kombinasyonin. Asarapan ka naman, di ba eh? Oo. Asarapan naman. Okay, kumabay sa... sige lang, sige lang.
You know, it's all about defense para dito sa Mapua. And finding, you know, the right combination for them to convert to a point. Kasi nababasa na yung kanilang atake.
That is exactly right. And they're trying to exert some patience here. But Arellano, when they calm down, their game got together here.
Right.
21-18, they're in the lead. They're trying to stretch this game to another set. Egan fires through the block. De La Paz and Segovia ended up juggling it.
You know, that ball just went straight to the blockers. Medyo na-delay yung blockers ng Arellano dun sa atake ni Egan. They're already expecting a hard attack.
Navas has done his duties. He has exited. Pagulong is back in the game. Pagulong serve, very casual, very easy. That is off the blockers and alive. No, oh sayang. Valiant effort by Santos. Saktan yata. Nasaktan sa kamay.
Yes.
He's denying it. He slammed his hand on the floor, and you can tell na nasaktan ng konti. That's but this is in the game. You know, you having played this, you know this, Lion.
Right, the show must go on. Diba? Kahit nasasaktan ka na. You have to perform, and that quick to recover for Mapua.
Gusto ko yung casual trust nila kay Hison. Dama is back in. When they need a point, it's clear they'll go to San Andres, but for efficiency, they'll go to Hison.
That's right. Well, Hison talagang when he jumps, hindi siya talaga naaabutan ng blockers ng Arellano. He's over the blockers' hands.
This service in play. De La Paz. Saka alam mo, hindi nagbabago ng tao ang Arellano halos. They've stuck with about 6 or 7 players as their core for this game. Although they're in the lead, 23-20.
You know, that has been, what they did as well in their previous match. Only 7 guys plus the 2 liberos, played in that last game.
Excellent dig that time by Esguerra. Cross court against cross court. They considered it on the ground already.
Well, we thought it was a clean dig.
And here's an attempt to freeze, to ice the server. 24-20 is the count.
Error lang yan. Endgame dapat di tayo nagkakamali ng error. Kaya pa. Advantage tayo dito sa dulo, ha? Maliit yung setter. Ben, advantage ka dyan, ha? Sige, pag maganda ang receive, bilisan mo kay Ben. Pag pangit, pagandahin mo lang.
Wala receive,
okay,
wala receive, wala receive.
Hanggang di nakatapos sa 25, ha?
Laban, ha? Laban!
Now, a few reminders that especially for the attacker, sabi nila mas maliit yung blocker ng Arellano dito sa kanan. So that is against the open spiker of Mapua. So take advantage of that. How can you make a bad ball turn into a good one? Yun yung instruction kanina ni Coach. Kung pangit, pagandahin mo.
Yan.
Nakaka-pressure yun.
Exactly. Tuason will be in again for Meneses. Oh!
Following instructions, San Andres just hitting that down the line, seeing that smaller blocker.
And that makes it 24-21. Timeout by Arellano. Still can't sew it all up together.
Christian, pumalo yung 13. Okay, receive tayo maayos. Diskarte.
Tara.
Kaya mo
Isa.
Sige, coach.
Sa utak.
Wala.
Go dyan, tara.
Pag wala, porsyento lang tayo, cover. Okay, sige. Execute lang tayo.
Lahat ng klaseng motivation na nandun na sa timeout na yun. Sige. Tara.
But they only need 1 point,
Yeah.
to finish the set.
And to extend the game, actually.
Right. And the advantage right now is on their side. 1 good pass lang at magandang set, makakapalo. Puntos na yun sa kanila.
Again, serving. Lapus. Meneses. It's in the air. Santos steady. San Andres. Simply prolific.
Ang taas na nung palo ni San Andres nun. It's almost out. No check of the blockers. Pero hindi yun nabasa ng maayos ng receiver ng Arellano.
It's not over until one team makes it to 25. Again. Wanted it to get over cleanly. But Arellano not to be denied. Cabillan knocking it in, and Jetro said, I still want to play a little more. So this third set goes the way of Arellano at 25-22. First 2 sets going the way of Mapua, and now this third is now owned by Arellano. Back in a moment for more Spikers Third.
Well, for set 3, Arellano has been so resilient. It was Liberato doing the damage on offense and Segovia doing his part at the net. You can see attacks, we have the same numbers. Arellano, 3 blocks to 1. And again, that's courtesy of Segovia. One ace for Mapua, but Mapua, getting more errors for this part of the game.
And this stretches this match into a 4th set. Mapua unable to close it out. And they took the first 2 sets. The Chiefs will be to the right of your picture, while the Cardinals will be to the left. So Mapua, well, they were in the thick of the battle of that set, but they just couldn't finish it. Arellano already calmed down and they got their game going.
That's right, and you've been mentioning kanina pa, kung mas focus lang sila, mas kalmado, maganda yung inilaro, and that's what we saw in the 3rd set.
And now Mapua with some cobwebs from that 3rd set. It's now in the hands of Meneses. It's in play. San Andres, the reverse. Oh, Pagulong.
And Segovia, he was saying sorry to his coach. Alam niya na nahuli siya sa block na yon. That's why Pagulong, was left alone and hit that strong.
Too close to the net. Pagulong is there. Oh, but Segovia lets out a loud yell after that regalo connection.
That's what Arellano also needed, someone who can start the spark. And that has been Segovia kanina when he has been, really doing well at the net defense.
On both defense and now with some offense to boot. That is locked in. Look at this, Segovia and Liberato conniving. Segovia takes pride in his defense. It's clearly so.
Well, he is pumped up right now. And kaya naman sila pa din ang nakakapuntas. That's back-to-back points for Segovia.
Arellano jumps out in front by 2. San Andres has to rush to it. That is still alive. Oh, good counter.
Although De La Paz and Segovia was there, that's just too fast and too high kasi si Hizon yung umatake sa gitna.
And they're playing with Hizon properly. Don't let him use power. Let him use that tempo.
Right.
And, malakas. And that'll give Arellano a 2-point lead here in the 4th.
Yes, and that 2-point lead dahil sa service errors ng Mapua.
Here's Segovia, their igniter. Obvious in the set. The slap of San Andres is blocked out.
Winalis niya ulit eh. That's why, I've been telling you that this San Andres is really a smart player.
Saka hindi puro power, pero pag nag-clear ng kapiraso, likot ng kamay, bilis pumalabit sa kanan, ikakabig. Oh, that will not cross over. The whistle is there.
Sayang yung puntos na yun from that quick attack.
And Cabilian could not get that through. No clean contact with the ball, actually. And Mapua has tied up this 4th. Again, fires. Lapus is there. The quick set and ganda ng bawi ni Cabilian.
Huminto pa siya sa ere, and with that, he saw no blockers and he hit that, the right direction.
When you're young, you can be like Spider-Man, stop in the air. Tight. And in the joust.
Now Mapua is having problems when it comes to their first ball.
Right now, and some fatigue has set in, actually. And Arellano jumps out in front by a deuce, 6-4. Oh, problematic.
When problems start, ang nangyayari, nagsusunod-sunod kanina sa first ball. This time, sa opensa naman, you can see disconnection between Tabios And that's a Sanado.
And they could not express how badly they felt. They just looked at each other. In the meantime, Mapua gets something back. 5-7 tally here. San Andres has been their constant steadying supplier of points. De La Paz fires, and there's too much salt on the popcorn.
Kanina pa siya, no, may kasama ngayon. He's out of focus and cannot score for Arellano. No, in their previous game, it was De La Paz and Liberato talaga ang gumawa.
And in the meantime, that service wasted from San Andres. Arellano has hit the technical timeout mark ahead. We'll be back quickly.
Hindi mo pa kaya yan. Hindi, hawakan mo lang baka mo. Oy, service ha, pasok ha. Okay, yung quicker, maliliit. Pwede samantalahin. Oo. Ha? Okay, sige. Go, hey! Leo!
Final day of the schedule for the elimination round. Come Tuesday, we'd like to remind you that you can catch all the action of the quarterfinal series at the Paco Arena and also here on One Sports as early as 10 in the morning. Volleyball action gets underway here in the Spikers turf. Some teams that have the twice to beat will make full use of it. In the meantime, a wasted serve gives Mapua 1 point and they're down by just 1.
No, that's very rare for De La Paz to commit errors, especially sa service area, lalo na tumama pa sa antena.
I agree. This serve sails down cleanly. Meneses lifts it high. Lapos fires. And that'll connect. That'll make it 9-7.
Oh, you can see, ang taas din tumalo nito ni Lapus. Nadulo na ng kamay ng blockers. Yung nakatouch dun sa bola niya. That has been the back-to-back errors from the service line for Arellano, and that will not help.
And that team constantly has given Mapua some chances here. Nice set. Oh!
Masyado daw mababa yung running set ni Meneses to Segovia. And
that's 2 freebies.
Right.
Coming out of a joyful timeout, they were in fact leading by 2. And suddenly that lead is now gone.
That's right. 3 errors agad for Arellano. Make that 4.
1 more, they'll call a timeout here. No, they'll use it right now.
Tayo maayos. Huwag kayo matakot sa block pagka hawi-hawi mo. Mapablock mo, cover na lang tayo. Masyado matakot na sobrang hawi. Bawi ako. Paluin mo lang, cover tayo. Puro yan, sunod-sunod, error na naman. Wala naman silang ginagawa, namimigay lang tayong puntos. Let's error. Babalik na naman yung serve eh. Hey, you! Yes!
Mapua now suddenly climbing out in front. That's 3 straight points.
That's right. And Coach Brian Vitog says, kailangan lang nating limitahan yung errors natin or wag tayong mag-error. Masyadong madaming pinamigay natin.
I think they're thinking of too many things too much at the same time. Yeah, that's why you need your coaches to calm you down. Meneses. And that's a good way to get it going. Run a play you know. Always go to the familiar.
Right. Well, De La Paz, kalmado pa siya. He's still in control. Kahit kanina pa siya nagtatry, nanggigigil makapuntos.
And Arellano and Mapua, oh boy, what is happening? They're trying, Meneses tried to drop it on the front line on the first throw. Tried to serve short and ended up with nothing. The Mapua Cardinals back in the lead.
They wanted to get a point, an easy point from the service area pa lang.
Meneses sets up Segovia.
I like that gesture of Segovia. But somehow, that builds confidence intimidation sa kalaban.
Pero hindi sila masaya doon sa points nila. Parang hindi kasi emphatic. They need a fire starter here. San Andres. De La Paz hits it high. Santos easily got to it. Oh, you were saying about being a smart player?
San Andres is just one of the spikers that I see na talagang nababasa niya yung depensa ng kalaban. When he's up, nandun sa taas, nakikita niya kung saan niya dapat dalhin yung bola.
Parang kinukunan niya muna ng Instagram at tinitingnan kung ilan ang likes niya bago niya i-post it. Oh, disaster!
Clearly, he wasn't looking at the ball. Plus, sobra at napakataas ng set na yon kay De La Paz.
Ito. Ayun, parang he took his eye off the ball just slightly.
Right. Twice in a row for Meneses and Segovia kanina. Running attack ngayon naman. Quick attack sa harap. It's A and running. Pero pareho pa din miscommunication.
And Coach Vito would not like to burn another timeout here. Huh? We're at 14-11. Isidro. Oh, look at that. Tiningnan pa ni Pagulong. Parang sinabing, puto! But good counter. Look at the stare down by Liberato.
Well, that's how confident he is. Yung kumpiyansa niya dun sa palo na yon. And if they're looking for a fire starter, that's the sign. And Liberato just giving, another excellent attack.
Yes, indeed. Segovia has mixed thoughts at the moment. He's trying to pump up his team, but it's also messing up his game and the fatigue beginning to set in here.
Bawat ikot ng Arellano is a service error. That's the 5th.
Lapus, Meneses, De La Paz. Boy, what a spate of errors. Arellano just tripping on their own dance steps.
Sabi ko, hindi ako ball na. Tapos bigla tumigil siya.
Sabi mo, ikaw taas.
Okay lang. Pag-ibig mo, ko, sa isip ko. Kuya,
Ay, walang kampanya. Mabilis bumalik ang mga tono.
ang bibi ko, ang baby ko.
I'm sure they don't intend to taunt Arellano, but there was some sinking going on in that timeout. They're not insulting their opponents, but they were just having fun. These are young people. It's okay. That serve messed up though. No disrespect intended. Nagsasaya lang sila. Because this game is not yet over, huh? Make chance pa Arellano rito despite being down 2-1. What a play. What a play. What a play.
That's a showtime. Excellent combination play. San Andres putting an end to that combination play. nauna yung blockers ng Arellano and that gave him that really
Parang
practice spiking.
pag nanalo Mapua, parang ang hirap maghanap ng best player.
Oh,
Talaga.
yeah.
Napakahirap. Oh! I think they'll call it. Yes, they'll call it. Tabius has to work on his tossing.
Right.
Medyo nanggigil siya. He saw the opening for a dump, but he had his palm on the ball.
No, but he's doing an excellent job first and second set,
exactly.
no?
Alam mo, marunong din yung Tabius.
Yes.
Pag tinawagan siya ng double, ididig niya. Para hindi mo ako tatawagan uli. And he can get out of it. I'll do it again, di ba? Change niya yung motion niya.
Kailangan lang talaga maging sigurado ka sa movement mo and that's what he's doing.
Here comes Peter Anthony Sañado. Uh-oh. Free ball. Sabi ka na nga ba eh. Chance. Naku, ganda ng kombinasyon! And Mapua is back in business.
This time it's Pagulong really doing the works for Mapua.
Frontline ka, Mac? Frontline. Dalawa. Huwag niyo iwanan
sakto eh. Kaya tagdalawa kami.
Huwag niyo iwanan mag-isa si Emak doon. Dalawa na ng blocker. Sigurado sa kanya papadaanin ang bola. So ready. You throw habol, dalawa kayong demo.
Kapain natin, kapalang.
Okay, napakarami natin error. Sumind out tayo. Di na pwede makipagpalitan ng puntos. 1940 na yan. Kailangan makaran tayo.
Drop ball ka sa dulo.
Okay, iwas error. Tapos puntos tayo. Targaan natin yung service.
You know, it has been as Coach Brian Vitog's constant reminder, you need to minimize your errors. Easier said than done, pero yun talaga yung kailangan gawin ng Arellano for them to get back on track.
So true, so true. And in the meantime, Peter Sañado, who has been dispatched in the later sets. Boy, Cabillan has missed that shot 2 in a row. No clear contact with the ball.
No, errors really piling up for Arellano.
Sabi nga ni Coach Brian, napakarami nating errors. 2014, Mapua slowly getting to the finish line. The push, red. Uh-oh.
Uncertainty already pagdating sa movement nila. Hindi na sila gumagalaw ng maayos, hindi na nagbabasa. Everyone talagang stuck on the floor.
And Cabillan replaced now by Kuraman. Kuraman on the floor for the first time in this match. Meneses adjusting. Pagulong has been a factor here. Rejected, and that's out of reach.
Oh, the first time seeing his action, getting a point from the block, solo. Deflection pa.
Anthony Kuraman. And there he is, all smiles for all of you watching this.
You wonder what's on the part of the court or maybe the ball. But no, you know, they have to be in control kapag nandun sila sa service area.
Yeah. And that has been the bane of Arellano here.
Yes.
Their errors have messed up their game here just when they had recovered. On to San Andres. Just smart. Boom! Boom, boom, boom!
Well, that's a rocket-loaded attack. Akala mo, jump service.
Oh. And Pagulong with an emphatic delivery there. Mapua 2 points away from sealing this. Here's a chance. They want to go to Hizon. Too tight, and that's out. And that'll bring us to match point.
Magandang basa doon ni Egan. Overset. Tapos tinignan niya, hinabol niya yung bola. And that ball that went out.
Arellano had their chances, but let's see if Mapua can finally close this. Nice flick. Hizon says, I want to end this, guys. Binesa says, no way. We're done. We are done. And that'll bring this game to a close.
Now, you also have to give credit to how Arellano performed, in the last 2 sets, able to try to get back on track, and you have Liberato and Segovia working in tandem para lang makapuntos. But, Mapua stayed constant and steady the whole game.
Courageous stand by Arellano, but in the long run, Mapua holding steady. It is a 3-1 win. We will have the best player interview and we'll take a look at some highlights.
Okay na po, ako narinig ko. First time interviewer. Kasi alaging anchor ang nag-interview. Hindi tayo nabigo sa init ng laro na nasaksihan natin on the last day of our preliminaries. And that game, was just so hot. And I have my best player here, of course, Ben San Andres from Mapua. Congratulations. You ended your game on a high note. Pero pag-usapan natin yung performance nyo kanina. First, second, ang ganda ng laro nyo. You were aggressive at the start. Pero pagdating ng third, dalhin mo kami, anong nangyari doon?
Sa tingin ko po nag-relax lang po kami nung third set na ayun po, nag-relax po kami nung third set kaya po siguro na nakuha nila yung third set.
Pero how prepared are you? Kasi dumating kayo dito already at talagang aggressive at the onset.
Ano naman po, lagi naman po kami nagpe-prepare. Lagi naman po namin sinusunod yung mga sinasabi ng coaches namin. At saka, ayun po, kung ano po yung training namin nung simula, ayun pa din po yung ginagawa namin until today. Ayun po.
Kaya sobrang saya nila. Alam mo, sa ganda ng laro nyo, wala kaming mapili. Ang daming pwedeng maging best player sa inyo. Pero ito na yung pagkakataon mong bumate sa lahat, sa mga relatives mo and supporters ng Mapua.
Thank you po. Binabati ko po yung mga San Andres family, yung mga Garcia family, yung mga tita ko, mga lola ko, tsaka mga family and friends po.
Congratulations. Thank you and congratulations, Ben San Andres and the rest of Mapua Cardinals. Now let me turn you over to Sev for the highlights.
Thank you very much. And that'll do it for that game, but not without leaving you with some choice cuts from that battle. It was Mapua that set the early pace for this game. They took the first 2 sets. They quickly went to their main gunner, and that was San Andres, of course.
That's correct. Well, I also have to say, great distribution by Tabios. He knows how to capitalize all his attackers. Simula pa lang, first set pa lang, pagdating naman ng second set, still Mapua in control, doing the damage, and you have everyone delivering for Mapua.
And the first set ended in 18 minutes. The second set ended in 23 minutes. Mapua in control, 25-19, and they kept going to San Andres, who just piled up the points all game long, and the errors continued to compound the woes of Arellano.
That's correct. Well, starting the third set, seesaw performance for both of our teams. Nagpapalitan lang sila ng puntos, and this time Arellano able to take the upper hand simula, but then Liberato took taking charge of offense and Segovia on defense.
And when Arellano decided to calm down and face their opponents squarely, they took the third set at 25-22 in 25 minutes of action. Then the fourth set came around.
That's right. Fourth set, medyo bigayan pa rin sila ng puntos dito, but then Arellano just committing a number of errors. Hindi tama, wrong timing, hindi magandang part of the set. Kaya naman, Mapua still able to dominate that, and you see San Andres doing the damage.
And that will do it for this match, and a 3-1 victory for Mapua to end their stint here in the Spikers turf. Why don't you invite them for the games on Tuesday as we start our quarterfinal schedule?
That's correct. Your screens are the games on Tuesday. Signal against Ateneo, Jet Spikers going up against PLDT Home Fiber Power Hitters Perpetual, PJJC Navy, and of course Santa Elena will compete against IEM for the first day of our quarterfinals.
And thank you, partner. That will do it for us for this schedule here. It's been a great day here of volleyball on the Spikers turf. We invite you to join us again on Tuesday. Come to where volleyball is played especially delightfully and deliciously in a very special place known as the Spikers turf.